Okay, we are live. Oh my gosh. Hold on 1 second. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Okay, we are live. Test. Oh my gosh. Test 1 2. Testing my audio. 1 second. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test. Okay, we are live. Test. Oh my gosh. Test 1 2. Testing my audio. 1 second. Okay, we're looking good. Okay, well. Test 1 2, test 1 2. So, the Blackhawk helicopter. Okay, so the Blackhawk helicopter plane accident in D.C. There is new footage that just came out. People have just been posting it, and this is crazy. Look at this. So this right here looks to be the Blackhawk. It just hit.
The American Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the airport before the two collide, causing a mid-air explosion and fall into the river. In a second video, you can see the Army helicopter and American Airlines plane travel toward each other. After the collision and subsequent explosion, the airliner can be seen spinning into the water, and the Blackhawk is also seen falling into the water. The American Airlines plane can be seen.
So I believe this right here is the American Airlines plane.
The American
Blackhawk.
Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the airport before the two collide, causing a mid-air explosion and fall into the river. In a second video, you can see the Army helicopter and American Airlines plane.
No, okay, I'm wrong. This is the Blackhawk. This is the airplane. Okay, so this is the Blackhawk. This is the airplane. The Blackhawk is flying directly toward, head-on,
travel toward each other. After.
Now, okay, so obviously I'm not, and I don't know a whole lot about planes and helicopters, but I know that I'm sure that it would be a lot easier for the helicopter to adjust and move out the way, but it looks like it's heading straight on
can be seen
to that plane. Look at that.
An airline's plane can be seen. American Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the airport before the two collide, causing a mid-air.
That should not happen at all.
The American Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the airport before the two collide, causing a mid-air explosion and fall into the river. In a second video, you can see the Army helicopter and American Airlines plane travel toward each other. After the collision and subsequent explosion, the airliner can be seen spinning into the water.
Okay, so yeah, this is the airliner.
And the Blackhawk is also seen falling into the water. The American Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the airport before the two collide, causing a mid-air explosion.
That's just crazy. That should not happen. And then President Trump, he's asking the exact same questions that we are. Why did the helicopter ram the plane? He responded with the airplane was on a perfect and routine line of approach to the airport. The helicopter was going straight at the airplane for the extended period of time. It is clear night. The lights on the plane were blazing. Why don't the helicopter go up or down or turn? Why doesn't the control tower tell the helicopter what to do instead of asking them if they saw the plane? This is a bad situation. That looks like it should have been prevented. Not good. So Trump, he is asking the exact same questions that we all are. What to do instead. Okay, so if the President of the United States is asking the same questions we are, this was not an accident. Okay, Trump is very forthcoming with information. So we know that this was not an accident. We know that the helicopter was flying right into the plane. I just don't see. I just don't see how that's an accident. I mean, like, let's take a look at this footage again.
The American Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the American.
This is the helicopter. The helicopter did not try to pivot. It did not try to move up or down or to any side.
Airlines plane.
Trump was right. The lights are blaring on
Plane
the
can be
plane.
seen flying towards the airport before the two collide.
I'm very interested in to see what the black box says on both flights. I want to know exactly what went down. Now, these people were on another American airline plane to Washington, D.C. while they were watching it on the news. So let's take a look at this video. So they're watching CNN. Oh my! Imagine how trippy this would be, to be on a plane to Washington D.C. and to watch a news report about a plane crashing right before they land. That would be really. So I'm guessing the airport's over here. I don't know. It's clear as night that, you know, it's clear as day, not night. Yeah, it's clear as day that that should not happen at all. That just shouldn't. Nothing of that, especially a Blackhawk, American, I believe it's a U.S. Army Blackhawk, flying directly into a plane. Now, I'm interested to see if they're going to call this a terrorist attack. I'm interested what they're going to say about it. I'm interested if they're going to even retrieve the black box. I'm interested if they are going to publish what the black box, what both pilots were saying, were talking to each other, were communicating about. I'm interested in knowing why. Here's the question I want to know. I want to know why the Blackhawk helicopter was flying close to the airport at all. I want to know why the control tower did not warn incoming planes about the Blackhawk. Again, I'm not a guru on how all this works, but I know that this should never happen ever. I mean, this is ridiculous. Plane crash. So I just want to read what Donald Trump said again. Donald Trump said the airplane was on a perfect routine line of approach to the airport. The helicopter was going straight for the airplane for an extended period of time. It is a clear night. The lights on the plane were blazing. Why doesn't the helicopter go up or down or turn? Why didn't the control tower tell the helicopter instead of asking if they saw the plane? This is a bad situation. This looks like it should never have happened. Not good. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. I think this is another point of view. Yeah? Let's watch this. Okay, so this is the plane. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. I mean, whoever's taking this video looks like they're all the way zoomed in with their phone, and it looks like they're a few miles away. That was bright. Oh my gosh. I wonder how many POVs there's going to be of this. So, that's this little speck right here is the helicopter. This is the plane. Again, blaring lights, blinding lights. Man, that's just really sad. Okay. I want to read this. There's shipping rights of near miss at the nation's airport. is no accident. A class action lawsuit by the Mountain States Nation assuming that. So this is 2024. Okay, yeah, I wanna listen to this. Oh, there's a second near crash that same night. Holy cow. Okay, is this that same night? January 30th. I think this was, yeah. That's crazy. Now I want to see what these comments say. Yeah, no way this wasn't intentional. Did you not hear the ATC audio? I'm going to look this up. I have not heard this audio. Data without understanding the altitude of reach with the plane and the helicopter on what do you mean saying near miss? That's interesting. Okay.
S25, zero J in flight. S25, zero J in flight. S25, F1 is zero J.
This club has a aircraft in flight precision separation.
Separate.
Is this the right audio? Controller asks Blackhawk if okay, this is the audio. So the controller asks the Blackhawk if he sees the plane, confirms the request for visual separation. That means that he is affirming seeing the plane and himself work to avoid it. Okay. So this audio. Okay.
S25, zero J in flight. S25, F1 is zero J.
This club has a aircraft in flight precision separation.
Separate. The 472 Washington Tower, 1 star, 32017. American 3130, go around, turn left in 250, claim Anthony 3000.
Okay, so this audio confirms that the Blackhawk helicopter. Okay, so this audio confirms that the Blackhawk helicopter knew the plane was there and was still heading right towards it. This audio confirms that the pilot of the Blackhawk helicopter knew exactly what was going on. He knew what he was doing. He told
The plane can be seen flying towards the airport.
Oh my God, words. He told the control tower that he saw the airplane. He would do his best to avoid it, but he didn't. It's clear as night.
The American Airlines plane can be green. The American Airlines plane can be seen flying towards the airport before the two collide, causing a mid-air explosion and fall into the river.
Now, I want to know if there are any survivors of this plane crash. Oh, wait. That's all caps. DC plane crash. You know, we're gonna actually copy and paste this into ChatGPT, just because it can skim the internet a lot faster than I can. Tragically, there are no survivors on the recent plane crash near Washington, D.C. An American Airlines regional jet carrying 64 people collided with an Army Blackhawk helicopter near the Reagan Washington National Airport, resulting in deaths of 67 individuals on board both aircrafts. Wow. Collision between helicopter and plane kills 67 in National's deadliest air disaster since 2001. So this is the Blackhawk helicopter. This was the plane. Okay, so we're gonna take a better look at this. Okay, here we go. Okay, full screen. Okay, so this is the Blackhawk. This is the plane, and I believe this is the airport right here. Okay, so Blackhawk is coming this way. Yeah, see, look, it pivots right into the plane. It hits right head on. Okay, that is not an accident at all. There is no way, and there's no way in hell that's an accident. Yeah, this is the airport. This is the Blackhawk. No way in hell that's an accident. Oh, the black boxes were recovered. Cockpit, voice, and flight data records have been recovered from the plane. NTSB investigators have received the cockpit voice recorder, flight data records the onboard airplane involved in yesterday's military. Just the fact that this was an Army Blackhawk plane is just insane. Okay, I'm going to read this. What we know about the American Airlines plane Blackhawk crash over D.C. Mid-air. Now, I'm interested in to see what's the most tragic plane crash besides 9/11, obviously. I just want to know what is the most plane crash. The deadliest aircraft accident. What was the saddest plane crash in history? So it looks like this one in 1977, this flight in 1977, was probably one of the most tragic in history. It looks like, y'all can't even see the screen. It looks like this plane crash took the lives of 583 people. But since 9/11, this DC plane crash has taken the most lives at 67 lives taken. That's just insane, and it's super sad too. We are going to see. We're gonna see what Donald Trump has going to say about it. Donald J. Trump. Okay. Wow, he posts a lot. Okay. A little bit confused. Is he not saying anything on Twitter about it? Let's see here. Well, it's interesting. Well, we know. I don't know. But we do have this. We do have this little piece right here. I'm just gonna read this one more time. The plane was on a perfect routine line of approach to the airport. The helicopter was going straight at the airplane for an extended period of time. Again, as we can see right here, it was heading head on toward the airplane, and it pivoted. And you know, we can zoom in here for a second. We can zoom in here. It pivoted directly into the airplane to where it hit head on perfectly. Now, he is saying that the helicopter was approaching the airplane for an extended period of time. It was a clear night. There was no clouds in the sky. The lights on the airplane were blazing, and that is true, as we can see from this video right here. Now, before the crash,
the American Airlines plane.
This is the plane right here, and this is the helicopter right here. Now, he's also saying the lights on the plane were blazing. Why didn't the helicopter go up, down, or turn? And you know, why did the plane hit directly head on as well? You know, that's another question you have to ask yourself. Why would the helicopter turn directly into the plane? As we can see, clear as night right here, the plane hit head on, and the helicopter hit head on onto the plane. Now, he also said, so we know it's not that they didn't even have time to avoid it. They were trying to hit the plane. The helicopter pilot, the Army pilot. Instead of, why didn't the control tower tell the helicopter what to do instead of asking if they saw the plane? Now, as we heard the audio, that is exactly what happened. This is a bad situation that looks like it should have been prevented. And it should have been prevented. And, you know, I don't know what, I'm not going to pretend like I know what procedure is, but that helicopter should have been dealt with. And I want to know exactly why that helicopter was not taken out of the sky. I want to know exactly why those, personally, I want to know exactly why those pilots were even out that night. I want to know if they went rogue. I want to know what happened, because this was very planned out. It does not look like an accident. Yeah. There was not even any... There was no... There was just... Here, let's look at this POV. Yeah, see, there's no way this helicopter even tried to get out of the line. Look at that. Man, that's really sad. 67 people died. 67 lives were taken that should not have been taken. Now we're going to listen to this audio again.
S25. S25.
Actually, we're going to listen to this audio now.
S25 pass. S25 0G in flight. S25 pass.
So this is the airplane?
Fine, it's RJ.
Yeah, American Airlines.
32017.
Did you see that?
X472. American 3130, go around turn left in 250, climb maintain 3000.
Okay, left heading 350, 3000, American 3130. Take him heading for American 3130.
American 3130, go around turn left in 270, climb maintain 3000.
Clarify what you want 478 to do. Are we going around or are we continuing?
Climb maintain 3000.
American 472 is going around. We're going to climb maintain 3000.
Blackjack 3, do you have any kind of like searchlight or maybe anything on board that would help shed some light at the east end of the field? Lucy 5305, not sure if you're aware of what happened. If you want to go back to the gate, let me know. I don't know if we're going to be able to park here for the next few minutes.
Yeah, I've got no more details than what we told you, what we saw here, but we'll continue to hold short. We shut down one engine.
Right. Delta 832, if you want to shut them down or if you want to go back to the gate, let me know. I don't know if we're going to resume operations in the near future. It might be about 30 or 40 minutes.
Alright, roger that. We'll wait for now, but we'll probably go ahead and shut one down too. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's really sad. I just don't see how this was an accident. I don't see how this could have... I don't see how this could have been an accident at all. I mean, we've went over... We've went over the footage, right? We went over all this footage over here. Just going completely head on. You know, we've gone over through the audio. We've talked about what Trump had to say. None of it looks good, okay? I'm very interested to see what Elon Musk has to say about it. Let's watch
various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in, and they want them, they can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so. This was in January 14th, so that was a week before I entered office. They put a big push to put diversity into the FAA's program. Then another article, the Federal Aviation Administration, this was before I got to office. recently, second term. The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. Can you imagine? These are people that are, I mean, actually, their lives are shortened because of the stress that they have. Brilliant people have to be in those positions, and their lives are actually shortened, very substantially shortened because of the stress, where you have many, many planes coming into one target, and you need a very special talent and a very special genius to be able to do it. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruitment and hiring. The FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism all qualify for the position of a controller of airplanes pouring into our country, pouring into a little spot, a little dot on the map, a little runway. The initiative is part of the FAA's Diversity and Inclusion Hiring Plan. Think of that. The initiative is part of the FAA's Diversity and Inclusion Hiring Plan, which says diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel. I don't think so. I think it's just the opposite. The FAA website shows that the agency's guidance on diversity hiring were last updated on March 23rd of 22. They wanted to make it even more so. And then I came in, and I assume maybe this is the reason. The FAA, which is overseen by Secretary Pete Buttigieg, a real winner. That guy's a real winner. Do you know how badly everything's run since he's run this Department of Transportation? He's a disaster. He was a disaster as a mayor. He ran his city into the ground, and he's a disaster now. He's just got a good line of bullshit. The Department of Transportation.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy to hear a president say bullshit. That's wild. Sorry.
His government agency charged with regulating civil aviation. Well, he runs it, 45,000 people, and he's run it right into the ground with his diversity.
Man, I just...
Their families, please. I'd like to request a moment of silence for the victims and their families, please.
I'm very curious what Trump has to say moving on about this. Moving into the future, I want to know what he has to say. Thank you very much.
I'd like to...
Is that all the video was? Is that all that clip was? Okay, well... Curious what Trump has... Okay, so... Oh my god, that's disturbing. Okay, some of you need to wake the F up, is what this says. So this is the plane, this is the helicopter. That was the first near crash. Okay, so this is the plane. This is the helicopter. Oh wait, very confused. Hold on. Okay, which one? I believe these two would be the helicopter. Okay, so this is the helicopter. This is the plane, right? I believe so. I believe that's the plane. So, okay, second near crash. What does it say again? I believe this is the helicopter. Yep, this is the helicopter. Because as we saw right here, and this is matching up pretty perfectly, right? So this is the airport. So he's about... Yep, so he's about to go around here like this, and crash into the plane over here. Yep. Yo, this is crazy. This is actually wild, and this is not okay. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna speed this video up. We're just gonna do this real fast. We're gonna play this at 2 times the speed. Okay, so this is the first near crash right here. So then we move on, and it tries to hit another plane. Come over here, and it makes a hard pivot. Makes a hard pivot right here. Right there. Makes a hard pivot. Do you see that? Goes around this. Goes around the park. And collides with the American Airlines flight. This is actually crazy, and this should never have happened. Ever. This should never ever happen. FAA launches a recruitment campaign that workers besides the physical problem of the DEI targets. 67 people lost their lives. 67 families are grieving. And this orange, you know what, really took a moment to address the country with a shard of democracy as a human emotions intern. You know, it's really sad that all these people, this is a video we haven't seen yet, all these people lost their lives. Women, children, men, grandmothers, babies, little kids lost their lives, lost the ability to grow up, lost the ability to live because of this helicopter pilot.
Is it?
Let's watch this footage.
It's blue. It's
Yeah, right here. Okay.
blue.
So that is,
Blue.
I believe that's the helicopter. Yeah, that's the helicopter.
It's blue.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Color is it?
It's blue. It's blue.
Oh.
Man, that really, it just really hurts to like every time I watch that, it hurts, you know, it hurts, it hurts my heart for all those families that are grieving, and all those little kids that lost the ability to grow up, man.
It's blue.
Yeah, that's the helicopter.
It's blue.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh my God!
Yeah, just to hear the reaction of the people, like, I can't imagine how scary that must have been. What is this?
Where every second counts and pilots are laser focused on safely bringing the plane down. Final, the aircraft was mere moments from landing, flying at an altitude of about 400 feet. This is the most critical phase of landing where every second counts and pilots are laser focused on safely bringing the plane down. At the same time, an Army Blackhawk helicopter, identified as PAC-25, was reportedly on a possible training flight. It was flying perpendicular to the flight path of Flight 5342, following the course of the Potomac River. The Potomac River is a designated flight corridor for helicopters, and it's common to see aircraft like this operating in the area. The key difference between the two aircraft in this scenario was their operating rules. The Blackhawk helicopter, PAC-25, was flying under visual flight rules. This means it was required to rely on visual observation of its surroundings to avoid other aircraft. The landing flight 5342 was operating under instrument flight rules, which give it priority over VFR flights in controlled airspace. This system assumes that VFR aircraft will actively maintain visual separation to avoid conflicts. Moments before the collision, the air traffic control tower at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport called PAT-25 to confirm whether they had the other aircraft in sight. PAT-25 responded that they did. At first glance, this seems like an acknowledgement that they were aware of Flight 5342's presence and were taking steps to avoid it. However, it now seems likely that PAT-25 had mistakenly identified a different aircraft, possibly a departing flight from the same airport, and believed that was the other aircraft referred to by the tower. Tragically, PAT-25 may not have realized that Flight 5342 was descending directly into its path. This misidentification could have led to the Blackhawk failing to adjust its course in time to avoid a collision. Although I'm not a pilot, this is what appears to have happened based on the available information. It's a heartbreaking incident that raises questions about how such misunderstandings.
Okay, yeah, that does raise questions, because even if they mistook, right? Even if they had mistaken this other airplane that they claim right here, this other airplane, even if they mistook that as the
port and believed that was the other aircraft referred to by the tower.
That does not make sense. Why, if they are trained pilots, there are 3 people in that helicopter and that Blackhawk. The Blackhawk is right here. If they are trained pilots, that does not make sense to me. Why they still...
Tragically, PAT-25 may not have...
I don't know a whole lot about helicopters and planes, but I know it's a lot easier to pivot a helicopter and pivot the direction of a helicopter than it is to change the direction of how an airplane is moving. This helicopter had many chances to...
Tragically,
PAT-25
may not have realized that Flight 50...
I don't know if people are going to call this a terrorist attack. I don't know what's going on yet. Well, they're calling Trump an idiot. I understand how anybody follows him. Well, look at them. We shouldn't be surprised it was a diversity-caused plane crash. I'm not going to say I agree. I'm not going to say I disagree with Trump on this one. I don't have enough of the facts. None of us have enough of the facts. I don't even know if we know who was in charge of the control tower at the time. What does this say? Please tell me why this is a bad joke. This X post is claiming the pilot of the Blackhawk that crashed the airliner was a man pretending to be a woman. Joe Elis. Has anyone else heard of this? Identify the story. Aren't there only 2 genders now? See, kind of a little bit off topic, but this whole 2 genders thing is not strict enough. There should be 2 genders, and you should not be able to change your gender. There should be, if you have a penis, you are a man, and if you have a woohoo, you're a woman. Now, I do want to... What was I looking for? I kind of want to see what...
Well, we done found out the truth. Trump setting y'all straight. We found out that it was because of diversity is the reason that plane crashed. Trump done figured it out because he got a lot of common sense. He figured out.
Now, okay, so I'm not gonna listen to this guy much. I think listening to hard facts is good. I don't think we know whose fault it was yet. We do have the recordings of the black box, so that's good. But I'm not gonna blame it on DEI right now, just because I personally don't know. I have not done enough research to figure out if it is a DEI hire that caused this. I trust Trump, so I believe it probably is because of that. And looking at the this guy who's in charge of all of it, yeah, makes sense. Okay. Jeez. actually, you know what? We are gonna listen to this guy.
Found out the truth. Trump setting y'all straight. We found out that it was because of diversity is the reason that plane crashed. Trump done figured it out because he got a lot of common sense. He figured out that it's a black, brown, and a woman's fault is why that plane crashed. Also, they said that it's Pete Buttigieg's fault, and because he making the planes gay now, and they making gay homosexual hurricanes now. And then also,
Yo, what?
I learned from Trump that a lot of them hurricanes and that damn California fire was because of DI too. That's because of black, brown, and women. But and mainly every disaster that's ever happened, including COVID, was because of DEI. Somehow the women and the black and the brown people were behind it. Now they trying to say in the fake news that it had to do with that plane crash, had to do with shortage of staffing over in the flight control, but because Trump be reducing his staff and shit like that. But they ain't got nothing to do with it. It had to do with DEI. And how I know it, cause Trump fucking said so, by God. That's how I fucking know it, man. Yeah. But he round them up. He round up black and brown people. He gonna send them all to Guantanamo Bay. So we'll get rid of them, make America white. Make America great again.
I don't know.
And then if we could just get rid of.
Okay. First of all, I want to make it clear that this guy sounds very racist to me. Very racist. Okay. The DEI is not about not letting black people work. That's not what it's about at all. It's about not letting people only have jobs because they are black, because they're Mexican, because they're white. If they're not qualified, they're not qualified. This guy is way off his rocker. You know, it sounds like a Louisianan. It sounds like maybe even Southerner. You know, I'm from Texas. I don't really hear this accent much. But I don't know what this guy is on right now. The DEI, getting people out of DEI hires, is not because we don't want black people to work. It's because we want everybody to have a fair chance. This guy sounds a little bit wacko to me.
The women, man, you know, but hell, we need women for babies, you know. So we gonna keep them, according to Trump. But Orange Jesus, man, he speaketh, and it just fucking happened, you know. It's fucking amazing. And they say I'm in the cult.
Hey.
Shit. What, baby?
What you want from the grocery store?
Now, just get me some cheese. And don't buy no fucking eggs, though. They're too goddamn high.
Tried to tell you.
All right, then.
Yo, what was that? Oh my God, this guy is actually clinically insane. Oh my God. Okay, well, I think that's where we're gonna wrap up. I think that's a great place to end the video. You know, oh my God, that is crazy. Okay, you know what? I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. Thank y'all for joining me for this emergency news flash live stream. I'm gonna end it here. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay tuned with news and have an unbiased opinion that is definitely right-leaning biased. Goodbye.